Welcome back, victims. Tonight's tale isn't for the faint heart. It's the story of someone who watches from the shadows. Someone who knows you better than you know yourself. Someone who waits for the perfect moment to claim you as their own. In this world, there's no such thing as privacy. No such thing as safety. You never know who's watching, who's waiting for you to slip. And once you do, there's no turning back. The first time he saw her, she didn't even notice him. She was walking out of the coffee shop, lost in her own world, eyes fixed on her phone. He had been standing across the street, blending in with the crowd. His heart raced as she passed by, so close, yet so unaware. She had no idea he was already studying her, memorizing the way she held the cup, the way she took small, deliberate steps. He had learned her routine over the past week. She got a coffee every morning precisely 8:03 a.m., took the same route home, and didn't veer off course. Her life was predictable, perfect for someone like him, someone who's always watching. Soon, he whispered to himself, as he watched her cross the street and disappear into the building she called home. Soon, you'll notice me. You won't have a choice. That night he stood outside her window. The light was on, casting shadows that danced against the curtains. He knew she was inside, moving around, going about her evening, completely unaware of the eyes on her. He pressed his face against the cool glass and watched. Just watching. It wasn't enough to see her on the streets, to know her from afar. No, he needed more. He needed to be close to her, to be with her. Days passed and each one grew more intense. He followed her to the store. He watched her talk to her friends. He was patient. He learned the way she smiled, the way she laughed, the way she carried herself when she was alone. Everything he knew about her made him feel like they were already connected, like they shared a secret. But he knew the truth. She was just a stranger, someone who didn't belong to him, yet. But that would soon change. It wasn't until that fateful day, just another ordinary Tuesday, that he saw her again, and this time, he was going to make sure she saw him too. He hadn't planned on it, but there she was, walking out of the building. A quick glance and their eyes locked, just for a moment, but that moment was enough. Her eyes widened, a flicker of confusion in her expression, as if she sensed something was wrong. He held his breath, waiting for her to turn away. Instead, she smiled, polite, distant, like she did with everybody. It was a fleeting moment, a brief exchange, but for him, it was everything. And as she walked away, he followed her, just a few paces behind. She never turned around, but he didn't need her to. He had already won. The days following the encounter felt different. He was no longer the observer. He was closer. Her every move, her every breath felt within reach, and as the night fell, he knew it was time. He had waited long enough. She'd been sitting in her living room, scrolling through her phone, oblivious to the fact that he had been watching from the shadows outside. Tonight, though, there would be no more waiting. He moved quietly, his steps calculated, as he approached the door. He had watched her long enough to know she left it slightly ajar when she was home alone. It was always the same. Always. And then he stepped inside. Was she truly safe in her own home, or had she been unknowingly sharing it with someone for longer than she could have ever imagined? The Watcher is always closer than you think, hiding in plain sight, waiting for the perfect moment to make you his. It's a lesson learned too late. Trust no one, not even the person who seems to walk right past you every day, because sometimes the things you can't see are the most dangerous. If you're not careful, one day, someone like him might be watching you. Like, comment, and subscribe if you dare. And remember, there's always someone waiting in the shadows.